What is going on, everybody? This is Hefe on BlockParty. Welcome to our show tonight. Let me just get a few things sorted out here. We got Zombie Shepherd as our special guest. Welcome on. Oh, yeah. I think one more thing that I think we should mention is we should probably hop into Sounds of the Ghost so I can hear you there. So let's hop into Sounds of the Ghost, and that should be better.
I just didn't have my mic unmuted. You should be able to hear me, huh?
Yeah.
I'll hop into Sounds of the Ghost as well.
Or I could... Yeah, I think sounds... Yeah, there you go. Much better. I should be able to hear you now. Test. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear you. Welcome to... I was almost going to say District 420, but we're not there yet. That is in a couple weeks. Welcome on the show.
Hey, glad to be here, man.
Yeah, we're mixed.
What's up with Nofuturistic? Where's he at tonight?
So he's in New York right now, and I guess he got a friend of his that he hasn't seen since high school reached out to him, and so he's gonna go link up with him, I guess, while he's down there. So
very cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna be we're taking over here tonight, and we got a whole bunch of things to talk about, but I think you have some big news as well. So we got a lot of content, and I also just did a whole bunch of stuff to my gotchis to get them ready for the arena, so we can have a little arena session as well, and kind of look into some of the traits, because I haven't really looked into that a whole lot since being caught up with everything.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't either, and I've been dressed for rarity farming, so now's probably the time to think about it, because I do have, I could change some things out, but also, obviously for rarity farming, you're going to be wearing your best stuff, so in a lot of ways, it should be your best wearables, but maybe you need to put them on a different gotchi. Maybe they're not, I don't know. I'll have to learn a little bit.
No, you nailed it, man. My gotchis were totally dressed for rarity farming, so optimal BRS, but that doesn't necessarily make sense for the traits. If you have a ranger gotchi, you might not have ranger wearables on right now, and so it's a good time to kind of look at that. And I picked out a couple because I have my gotchi collection. I think I'm at 8 gotchis, and so I can't keep track of all of them and all their traits and everything. So I've been messing around with one, and now I'm going to look at the other 3 and see if I can come up with some sort of a combo.
They say you can only really know 150 people at a time. I wonder how many gotchis you can know at a time.
Oh, man, it gets overwhelming real fast. I'll tell you that much.
How many parcels can you know at a time?
Oh, man.
How many NFTs can you know at a time?
I'm pretty sure I own NFTs that I bought 2 years ago. I don't even know where they are, because I have so many wallets at this point.
Man.
Yeah, dude, the other day, a couple weeks ago, I was looking around in some wallets, and I found $100 worth of ETH just sitting in a wallet that I've maybe used it once to do a transfer or something. But they're just $100 just sitting there in ETH.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I had a wallet that I kind of forgot about. I knew it was around, but I didn't really think much about it. And then I went and looked in it, and it was I have a curve position that's probably $100 or $150. And then I had some Matic in there, and I was in Aave, and I was okay, so there's money in this too. I forgot. I thought this was just for this other thing, and it turns out it has a little money in it. So that's nice.
Yeah. Well, when hard times come around, man, I'm definitely digging around in my 50 wallets to go look for where the change is at.
I'm a little tighter than that. I don't have 50 quite yet. I try to keep it tight, but
yeah, no, that's good. It's good to consolidate once in a while. But you got some big news this week. I'm gonna head over to Lens right now, actually, because I know you got some good content on there. But you're doing you're doing a drop, aren't you?
I am doing a drop.
Has that happened yet, or are we still early?
It is a 9-week drop, and so week 1 dropped. Basically, I'm releasing 9 songs on beatsxyz.app or beatsapp.xyz. Both websites work. But they're changing their name to Riffs. So on Twitter, it's Riffs XYZ app, I think. I don't know. Riffs app XYZ. That's it. Anyway, I'm dropping with them. They are a Lens music DApp. So
very cool. What did you say they were called? Riffs?
Yeah, so on Twitter it's Riffs, and on their website it's beatsapp.xyz or beatsxyz.app. And the reason I say or is because they both work, which we discovered on stream the other day, because we were like, oh my god, are we at a scam site? Like, we got like freaked out that there were 2 sites, but they both
I'm gonna legit. I'm gonna do the Twitter route, I think.
I'm actually gonna drop that link, actually, the real link, which you won't be able to click this one. That's the Beats app. Actually, I can click this one in here. Also share my screen.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and share your screen as well if you'd like. Yeah, absolutely.
Boom. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just the first track, and then every Monday night on ZombieTime, at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be dropping another track of the album, and each song is under a minute. So they're all, I think the shortest one, it might be like 45 seconds. They're not that short, but they're short, because it was made for Instagram originally. So now I'm releasing it on Lens first, then it's going to go through traditional like Spotify and whatever. I'll do that drop later, but in the meantime, so it's cool because I'm really excited about dropping this album, but the way I'm doing it, dropping it so slowly, it actually gives me enough time to get some more music ready. So I think I'm going to be doing some more drops. Like, I might skip 1 week after this album to like let it breathe a little bit, and then like go into the next drop. So
yeah, no, I like that. I mean, that's a way to have a following, and so keep an eye out for these. I'm kind of curious about the album art there. What inspired? It looks like a grapefruit or like an orange.
It is an orange.
Okay.
So this is the project is really cool as far as like the story involved in it. So the songs themselves, since there's 9 of them, are based around the 9 muses, and I kind of lined up these storylines in my mind about each song with the 9 muses, but in this I don't know, more in a social media relevant way. So it's almost like in a twisted kind of dark Black Mirror type way.
Yeah.
And then Gerlin and I had this story a long time ago that was about we write these weird horror stories. So this was it was an orange noir is what we were calling it. That was like the working title of it, was Orange Noir. So she kind of like said, let's play around with the images from Orange Noir as the cover art for these songs. So, because that was also something we were working on for Instagram, so it almost became like, let's kind of roll these ideas into this thing. And I love it because a lot of our movies are based around food in a weird way.
Hey man,
we had
food?
Cosmic Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Now we're doing the Orange Noir, and seasoning is. We haven't dropped the animation yet. People at the Artist Summit got to see it. But the song Seasoning, with the turtle art, has an animation to it that I haven't dropped yet.
Oh, man. I love it. I like the idea with food and carrying that on through like a thematic way. Yeah, Cosmic Spaghetti, Orange Noir. And then the title of the album is Cleo, right? Helicon 1 Descending.
Actually, yeah. So the name of the album is Helicon Descending, and I'm gonna release the whole album since it's like 8.5 minutes altogether. I'm gonna release the whole album as one track on like Ethereum Layer 1 or something like that, or maybe as a mirror post with a bunch of backstory. But essentially the name of the album is Helicon Descending, and that's what it'll be titled on Spotify. But what I'm titling and then each song is the name of a muse. But I'm titling these beats releases as Cleo Helicon 1 Descending, and the next one will be Calliope Helicon 2 Descending. So it'll be Helicon 1 through 9 Descending.
But I mean, is that all going to be the same album, or is each one going to be its own album?
It's all, so each one is a song, and I guess just for this this format, it gets a special title almost.
That's kind of a cool way of distributing it, or naming it.
I like to play with format, and that was kind of where the whole album came from anyway. The restriction of saying, oh, every song has to be under 1 minute, but making sure that each song has a lot of movement in it. Like that 1 minute restriction doesn't allow me to be lazy and just say, oh, this is going to be a loop and I'm going to punch out. It's like, no, I'm going to actually make movements in that minute. You've only got a minute. Do a whole song. How quickly can you do a song with all the parts?
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, and so when your perspective, what do you think about like adding constraints like that to your work when you're creating? Do you think that results in more creative work, or do you think that results in just like overall better quality work? Like, what's the purpose of having constraints like that on your work?
I think restrictions are super important, because restrictions give you more to do, because now you know what you can't do. So in a lot of ways you get guided. It's easier than a blank sheet of paper. Like, I have a lot of guitars, a lot of synthesizers. You can do anything you want on a computer. So there's infinite choices. But when you make that first choice, now it informs every other choice. And
right.
So where you start a song and where you decide to start is super important. And then I think at the same time, you can always like break the rules. You can always make a restriction and then say, oh, if the restriction's not serving you, obviously, like break it. But restriction is super important, because it gives you more ideas, I find, because now you like knowing what you can't do gives you so much more that you can do in this area. Now it's like, like you sit down to write like a story or something, and you're like, oh, is it going to be on Earth? Is it going to be in space?
Well, where do you start? Really?
Yeah, like, but if you decide right away, like, well, I'm not telling a space movie. Like, so, all right, well, now you're on Earth. Like, where on Earth are you? You just start giving yourself more and more restrictions until you have somewhere to go.
That is so true, man. And I mean, I think that's one of the things I've been learning this thing here all week. I've been playing around. Let's see if I can get it up here. I don't know if you can see it. I've been playing with this thing all week, and it's really cool, man. But I mean, one thing with this, and like you probably know this firsthand with many like of these drum machines and synthesizers, is that if you go into this thing, because it can design its own sounds, because if you go into it not knowing what you want to create, it's almost overwhelming, and you end up going nowhere. You end up with just like beep boop sounds at the end of it's just nothing. You end up with nothing. It's like it doesn't turn into anything. Right. But if you start with the mindset of I'm trying to make something lo-fi, then you automatically eliminate like a whole group of sounds that are never going to make it into that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that thing looks cool.
It actually does quite a bit. I've been quite surprised. And I started on a synthesizer with keys. And so it is kind of weird using these little buttons at the bottom, because there's only 16 steps. So I think the first thing I want to figure out how to do is hook up a MIDI keyboard to this, so I can actually like play melodic tunes on it. Because right now, like using the 16 steps, it's just really challenging to actually create any sort of like melodic sequence with just 16 steps.
It has MIDI in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so if you got any other keyboard with MIDI out, then all you need is a cable.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even a keyboard that already has sound, you can use as a MIDI controller.
Yeah, it would be like a dollar setup, like because I used to use this. It's down there, but I have the M Audio keyboard. I was using it with Ableton Lite, and now I could just hook it up to this, and it feels. I don't know. I like using Ableton, but it just feels so much more like tactile to actually have like the little knobs and stuff to like play around with the sounds, you know.
So I use Ableton. It's funny because when I watch other people, I watch a lot of music streams and stuff, and when I watch other people, there's a lot of MIDI tracks, but I actually use Ableton for recording and looping sounds. So a lot of my stuff is also done on analog synthesizers, like things I'm plugging in to an interface. So I do use some onboard sounds. Like even on this album, I did use a lot of onboard MIDI tracks, more than outbound synthesizers, whereas like, or external synthesizers. On Blood and Honey, that synthesizer is like the Moog that I had at the Marijuana Mansion.
Oh, that thing's all analog, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like a single track analog synthesizer with a bunch of patch cables.
I was going to ask you if you do any of the patch cable stuff.
I do. I have, that one is the one I love the most. That one is super fun and, you know, super easy to use. I have another one that's a Behringer knockoff of a Moog, and that thing is incredibly difficult to get a grip on. And they work together, and that's kind of honestly the best use I've ever gotten out of it is using it with the other one, because the other one is such a powerhouse. But I could really just spend more time on it. Like, I really like having a keyboard, like you were saying. Like when I get into a patch cable synthesizer, I don't have a sequencer, so I really just end up playing a lot of like noises and rhythms with the waves, you know.
Yeah, it's like playing with toys, right? It's like it sounds fun, but like you're not going to end up with anything.
I mean, I also have a theremin, so in a lot of ways, like I like playing like that, because playing a theremin is similar to playing something like a Moog, but you actually have more options on a Moog.
I'm not sure what a theremin is, to be honest.
It's like no, I don't know where it is. I know where it is, but it's behind this frame here. It's like a box with an antenna going up and an antenna going right, and one antenna controls the volume and the other controls the tone.
This thing right here.
Yeah, and it's like a single channel synthesizer. So I have what's called a Theramini. If you want to look that one up, just type an I. There you go. Boom. That's the one I have.
Whoa, what is that?
It's an FM synthesized theremin. So it's actually not a real theremin. It has like synthesizers. I mean, it has like effects and voices built into it, like presets. And it even has like a cheat knob where you can kind of like lock it into a key.
The parameter locking?
Yeah, so it's incredibly easy to play because you can like make sure that it's not out of tune. Whereas a normal synthesizer, it's literally like trying to play a sound wave.
Whoa, this is crazy, dude. So what's the antenna for though?
So the left hand, the space looking thing on the left hand side, that's where the volume, and the one on the right you do your tone with. Or is it the other way? Yeah,
what do you do? Do you move your hand over that? Or?
So your distance to the upright antenna, the vertical antenna, controls, like if you're closer to it, the sound is higher, and if you're farther from it, the sound is lower in tone. And then the left hand, the closer you are to it, the lower the volume is. and the farther you are from it, the higher the volume is. So you control it like an instrument by doing this. Essentially, you're like waving your hands to get it exactly where you want.
That's crazy.
So you have to have an incredibly good ear and a steady hand.
Wow. That's an instrument I've never seen, like, you know, and it's combining like your proximity to it with the sound that's coming out of it.
That's an incredibly old instrument. That's like early, that's one of the earliest synthesizers. Before there were synthesizers, there were theremins. So it was essentially somebody playing with like a radio antenna.
That is pretty cool.
And they're incredibly cheap to build yourself. Like that, the one you were first looking at, the Moog ones, are like $300 or $400, $500 even. Yeah, those are like at least $400 or $500. And they're nice machines, but you could probably build yourself one, you know, for $100, $200, and, you know, even make a custom box for it, you know.
Yeah, here's the guy that made it. This guy.
Yeah. Yeah, look at his big old antenna. But that thing probably also, it's because it was running on it was probably running on light bulbs. It was running on tube amplifiers at the time. So it was essentially running on like a big power light bulb.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, like
this is what you're talking about right here.
Yeah, those are tubes. I mean, all my amplifiers use tubes. I have a couple of solid state, but all my guitar amps are tube amps.
That's cool, dude. I just love tubes. The look of that too.
Yeah, that one's pretty killer. That one looks like something somebody made. That's not an older one. That's somebody saying, "Oh, let me make a badass theremin." Let me make a hot rod theremin.
That's what that is right there. That's the hot rod of theremins right there.
Yeah.
Very cool. No, this is interesting, quirky little instrument. But it's interesting how far we've come from that now, you know, to like this little device here that I have on my desk can do so much, and I'm just like impressed by it. You know, I've looked at bigger machines. I was looking at this other machine, a Synthstorm Deluge, which can still do a lot more than this can, but you know, this one right here was only $400 US. So you get a lot for what you pay for.
That one's an M Audio, you said?
This one's made by Electron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Electron, they make a bunch of stuff. They make a bunch of cool.
Dude, the Deluge is $1,300.
Yeah, that's one of the other reasons why I didn't get it.
That's the reason.
That is the reason.
Oh man, that hurts. Yeah, for $1,300, I would definitely buy a Moog.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know what they have for in the $1,300 range, but if I had that kind of money, I would be reaching for a Moog.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, Electron makes some pretty good stuff. They make some analog stuff. They make these are their like electronic mixers. I haven't really tried to look at any of these other products because I'm still starting out, and so I just went for something simple. And so they call these things groove boxes because they're essentially what this is a very stripped down version of what a lot of these more complicated FM synthesizers are. And so it doesn't nearly do as much as what these other ones can do. But it gives you like enough to start with and play around with and put beats together and, you know, put a bass line together pretty easily and, you know, use that alongside another machine. And so I did get a sample, like a sampler as well, but I haven't really looked at that this week. But I'm going to be looking at that next and seeing how I can kind of use everything together alongside my MIDI keyboard, so I can actually create something more melodic than just like a drum line, you know.
Hell yeah. Look, you got me wanting to look it up, and I found this Moog Grandmother. This is like $950, and it's got a sequencer built in.
Oh, dang.
and it's like, look at that super clean Moog setup, like
I
just
love
simple
that.
knobs. You know what I mean? It's like,
That's
and then it's
cool.
got patch cables too.
Oh shit! I mean,
Yeah.
I have no idea how to use those, but I mean, it's cool to just have them. If
Oh,
you ever
I
wanna
love patching. It's so
mess
cool.
around.
Patching is super fun because you can just have a sound and then just like plug or unplug a cable, and boom, you got a new sound automatically.
Yeah. Some
And
people
then,
use them to talk to aliens.
I
You know that?
hope I have
They do
patches.
that.
I have patches that jump into each other, so you can plug one in, and it's got a back end where you can plug another into that.
Oh shit! That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
to get really messy.
Get those dirty sounds.
Yep.
But yeah, this one right here can do a lot of clinky, chip tuney, like bit crush sounds, which I really love. Because with Aavegotchi, that's the sound. Like this thing makes that sound, and I love that. And
Nice.
so, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that for next week. I was hoping I could be prepared for this week, but I actually ran into a snag here. It has a MIDI out, but it's this thing right here, and I don't actually have another cable that connects into this to like a MIDI. I guess I need a MIDI interface or something. I'm not really
That's
sure.
like an extension. It's like,
Yes.
Is it male on both ends, or male on one end and female on the other?
Yeah, it's male on one end and then female on the other end.
So that's like an extension. You want one that's male on both ends.
And then that would plug into what to get it go?
Didn't you say you have another MIDI controller that has the same MIDI on the back? You don't have any other controller? Like you don't have another keyboard in the room? Anything at all?
Well, I have an M Audio keyboard, but I'll show you. It doesn't have
It doesn't have the 16 pin?
It doesn't have the pins on the back.
Ah.
It has a USB.
Oh, it's a small one, yeah. Typically, anything that's like 49 keys and up will have a real MIDI output on it.
Okay. I mean,
so you could even get a cheap controller. Like I have all of mine pretty much have it. No, you're right. Like anything small like that. I have two small ones that don't have a proper MIDI out.
This is the drum machine right here. The sampler.
Cool.
It has that.
So the you could do that. That has the MIDI. So you could do the sequencer into it, or vice versa.
And then just go USB from this to the laptop.
Yeah, that should work.
To get audio.
So the M Audio the Electron doesn't have USB?
It does have USB. So would I just go directly USB to the computer then?
No, I don't know. It depends. Sometimes if you plug two of them in like that, it will like have cross interference. Yeah. So you could try it, but it just depends, because it might want to act as an interface, which means that like the Venom does that. If I plug the Venom in with USB, it wants to be the interface.
Oh.
So the only way to actually get the sound in, or it wants to be a MIDI controller, which is what I use it for. I just set it to MIDI controller. But then if I want to get the sound in, I have to run 1/4-inch cables to my interface. So I have a Behringer knockoff of my Sapphire because I needed something cheap that worked exactly like my expensive one.
Yeah.
And Behringer made a knockoff. Which actually is funny because my expensive one, Mac no longer serves. Like, so basically when my old computer dies, I won't be able to use it anymore.
Oh, shit.
But this Behringer one works. So that one's going to continue on. Of course.
Yeah.
I don't think... This isn't it. Maybe they discontinued the one I have. I'll share my screen again. This one's... Wait, did I? There we go. This looks similar to it. So this is something like my interface.
Okay.
This one looks a lot smaller actually, but it's got a bunch of inputs and outputs, and it's Firewire though. You could do USB too, or no, this one's only USB. I prefer Firewire. Personally, but yeah, I never used that stuff. The MIDI in and out on an interface. It just never works right. Maybe it's because I'm on Mac.
Yeah.
But
okay, well, I mean, there you go. I'm gonna look into that a little bit and make sure I'm set up for next week, basically, and so that I can actually jam out and create something live, because I really enjoy doing that. So
nice.
Very new to these instruments specifically, but I've been quite impressed actually with what I've been able to do this last week and a half. So we have a couple things on our agenda here we can talk about here tonight. We don't really have a DeFi segment, so I thought we would just do a music segment, just cover a whole bunch of things that are up your alley, because I kind of I've been getting into that world, and so trying to see how I can see what I can come up with messing around with just a few basic instruments.
Hell yeah. Excited to hear it.
But we got a little bit we can talk about, just Web3 gaming in general. And I've been dressing up my Aavegotchis, like I was saying, and so I've been using Fireball GG's tool actually. And I don't know if you guys have been noticing that, but the whole interface has been done out, and it was done by Soju actually. So it looks pretty cool. I'm liking the look of it. But he's made some big updates to the client. And so if you go here and go to your Gotchi now, you'll actually be able to see like the traits of your Gotchi and how it'll actually behave like in battle. And so you can see here, low energy. It's explaining the AP capacity, how this has high AP and whatnot. And, you go through the list and it gives you descriptions for each one now, which is really cool, and kind of help me feel out like the battle mechanics of the Gotchi. And so this one's it's a ranged Gotchi and high AP. And so ranged, high AP, I had to get him the longbow, and has action speed, so I think really low cooldown time on the arrows, which is good. And then ethereality, you can just dodge. It's just a good dodger. So I've been learning how to use this Gotchi, but you can go down here further and go to full information, and it's quite extensive. Like the description of your Gotchi is quite extensive. These Gotchis have so many different like traits, like moving parts, and so it's kind of nice to see them all in one dashboard. And you can see here, it even tells you the recommended sets for the Gotchi with like the individual traits, how they match up.
Oh yeah.
So this is good to know for like rarity farming, especially if you're trying to get your set
super
bonuses.
useful.
Yeah. And then recommended wearables. You got all your wearables that will fit this Gotchi, and overall just a really great tool. So I just want to highlight that, give them a shout out, because I feel like people should be using this tool if they're getting ready for the arena, or at least trying to be successful at it. There was another one here, Gotchi Dex. Let's see if Gotchi Dex will work. I was using Gotchi Dex earlier. And Gotchi Dex basically just gives you like appearance data for your Gotchi, and just a more this is like a more traditional breakdown, but like I just like Gotchi Dex because it shows you how many other Gotchis have the same appearance, and check it out, see if you got a one of one. Yeah, there's a there's a couple of them out there that people don't realize.
As in, like, are wearing the same set? What is the appearance? Like, just so much a certain amount of overlap?
It's collateral, so your appearance is your collateral and your eyes. So if you yeah, so if your collateral is different, but you got a common eye shape, you might still have a one of one Aavegotchi.
Gotcha.
So yeah, those are just a couple tools I've been using, and yeah, just check them out. There's another thing here I wanted to show you guys. Do you remember when we did the Cometh event? Cometh came and hung out with us in the Aavegotchi Discord.
Yeah.
We each got like, do you have your spaceship still?
Maybe I missed that one. I vaguely remember this, but I don't remember getting a spaceship. So maybe I didn't. Maybe I missed that one.
You might have it somewhere, but they airdropped a bunch of spaceships to all the Gotchi owners.
I guess I should go look in my OpenSea folder. You know, your hidden folder. You're like, what the hell is this?
You don't need to look too hard for it. It's not that rare, but but they did actually release some very exclusive Aavegotchi themed spaceships that are still out there. I'm pretty sure someone owns them.
Wait, is this it? Because I did. Hold on, I'm about to share my screen again.
Yep.
I don't think this is it. Wait.
Yeah.
That's it?
What is that? I don't know.
This is something in my hidden folder with spaceships.
So that's what I was gonna ask our audience: is what the heck is going on with Cometh, guys? I don't know.
No, Rocky Fighters. I don't know. This must not be it. Let's see what else is in my hidden folder. We're looking in my trash now. Let's see.
You got some cool NFTs in there, actually. What's that one on the left? You got a couple there. Yeah.
Eternal Garden and Ethereal Futures. I'm pretty sure these are things that were just dropped to me. Probably, potential rugs. Probably. This one's kind of cool. This came from Lens. This one should come out of the hidden folder. Let's unhide this one.
That's neat.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I have any spaceships. So, got some women on fire. Oh, look at these fake portals. I know people get these.
I got a bunch of fake portals.
Unopened portal 25 fake portals. Got some Polygon clothes these aren't scam NFTs, but they're not on any of my Polygons, so they're in the hidden folder, chilling. Yep,
I didn't
that's
know
it.
Polygons got wearables, but
They do.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was trying to figure out what's going on with Cometh because I thought it was like the space battle game, and now it seems to be like more than that. They got high scale infrastructure for Web3 tools like the roll-ups. They also have like some sort of a Web3 Discord community, and then they got their battle game. And they're working with like a bunch of like random brands. I don't really know what's going on, but it seems like a pivot. And I was just I thought maybe somebody out there might know. Check the comments here. Does anyone play Cometh? Oh yeah, Choina. Look at that. Choina has pictures of the Cometh spaceships. Look at these things.
Oh wow, that is pretty cool.
Those are pretty cool, actually. So yeah, those are out there in the wild somewhere. But that's just a little bit of Web3 gaming for you. I don't know, man. I look at Aavegotchi every day, and I'm like, I think this is Web3 gaming. Like, I think this is going to be the center of Web3 gaming. I don't know. I mean, we'll see probably other larger entities come in and with their own experiences, but in terms of like a completely like more decentralized experience in Web3, and having a platform where you can create games. I don't know if there is anything similar out there. I know Axie Infinity was trying to launch something like that. They were trying to get people to create games now on the Ronin chain, but the problem with that is a lot of those games that they got them building on there, they're not using Axies at all. Like, I mean, they're not part of the storyline. They're not the main characters. They're not involved in any way whatsoever, aside from being on Ronin chain. And so that's kind of random. I mean, I hope we take a different approach where, like, if you're gonna build anything on Gotchi chain, it has to do with Gotchis. You know what I mean? I feel like that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
There needs to be some sort of gatekeeping there. Got another one for you here. Arbitrum this week. Did you hear about this? With Arbitrum?
I did. I heard quite a bit about it.
What do you think about AIP1 and what was done about it?
I think it was definitely a huge mistake on their part, like on Off-Chain Labs' creation of the Arbitrum Foundation. Like, they should have just done it and not like gone for this ratification vote. They probably just thought it was an easy vote because basically, from what I understand, it was the setting up of the entire DAO structure, and without it, there was no structure.
No DAO.
There's no DAO if we don't do AIP1, whatever it is. It's AIP? Yeah, AIP1.
AIP, yeah.
So yeah, it's like we have no DAO if we don't do AIP1, but no one from the DAO was involved in constructing the bill, so I guess it made sense that they were like, no, we're not going to give you whatever it was. It was like 250 million tokens or something.
Yeah, it was. Was it 250 or was it 50?
Oh, was it 50? Oh, yeah, and they did dump 10, but the dumping of the 10 was like to pay literal fiat costs with.
No, you're right. I think it's 175 million.
Yeah. 170. So yeah.
It was a large amount.
But no, I mean, what they did, I guess, like, it had to be done. But if you were gonna just do it, then you shouldn't have involved the community and pretended like it was like a democratic process.
Because now there's a loss of trust, in my opinion.
Now there's a huge loss of trust that they have to make up for. And it also, what was the purpose of doing it that way anyway? Was it just to, like, I hope it wasn't, and I mean, it probably was, like, just some legal thing where they were like, oh, well, we better let the DAO do it. Quote, we better let the DAO make this decision. And then, like,
when the DAO's like, no, they're like, yes.
From what I understand, they had already moved the funds before the vote had even finished.
That was the most controversial part, in my opinion, was not only like what you're saying with the vote, but the fact that they had already basically kind of spent the money,
That's
when
the main thing right there. Is
when
like,
the DAO was like, no, and they're like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, regardless of whether or not what they were setting up in the Arbitrum Foundation is a good idea, like, assuming it's a good idea, they should have not pretended. They shouldn't have, like, said, here are the governance rules, and then not followed any of them. Like, you don't say, here are the rules, and then literally break them all on AIP1. That's a bad governance structure. Just like, you should have done it as AIP 0, meaning you get zero opinion on this. And then, then they'd be in a place where they're like, all right, AIP 1, everybody gets to vote.
they're compromised on day one. I mean, that's tough, man. I don't know if you can ever come back from that. Like, imagine like
It's
with that
definitely
compared to
gonna
our
hurt.
community, if they were like, if the DAO voted to turn off the bonding curve, and then Pixelcraft was like, no, we're not doing that. That would be terrible. That would be a really bad look on the DAO, and I think that would cause a lot of people to just turn away and just feel. I think there's a deep sense of betrayal with that, especially with the community. Uh, I guess them wanting the community to be being so involved, and then once the community was involved, they're like, actually, we don't like you guys or
The
your
reason I
opinion.
think it's not a big deal is because it's AIP1. So they literally went from, and technically Arbitrum is still extremely centralized. They're working towards decentralization. So like, yeah, they made their first mistake on their first AIP because they're literally used to being a company.
Well, Dan said this on day one, and I don't, I never really saw the wisdom in it till maybe I'm starting to see now. Is he's like, if you want to start a DAO, you have to start it from day one or pretty close to day one.
Or
Like, if
you have to step away, because that's
Yeah.
what Kevin Owocki did with Gitcoin. Like when he said Gitcoin was going to be a DAO, they dropped the token. Within a few months, he stepped away from Gitcoin and said, I am disaffiliated. The DAO runs itself. And he has a private entity that he runs that works with Gitcoin on certain things, but he is not an active member of the DAO, so to speak.
I think that's probably the right thing to do in that situation. It's the only way. What I mean, imagine having the CEOs or the high level executives of Arbitrum having to step away from this project that they have put time and probably feel a sense of like, entitlement to. Like,
Definitely.
once you got to that point, it's like it's going to be really hard to decentralize, because you know how many people are going to be in your way, because it
Think
doesn't
about
serve
it
their
with
interests.
like Web2 and traditional corporations like Apple, for instance. How many times did they have to fire Steve Jobs to get what they wanted because it was his baby and he wasn't going to do XYZ? And they're like, all right, well, we'll just make someone else the CEO and fire you for a few years, and we'll bring you back when we lose enough money.
We'll bring you back when we need you.
But yeah, they literally were like, oh, you're too close to this thing, you're fired. Like,
Yeah. No, I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I don't know if Arbitrum's ever gonna decentralize after this. I'm not sure. We'll see. I mean, the only way I could see it happening now is if the DAO was like, yeah, just like give us our money and just leave us alone, because then you guys can function as your central entity and we'll be the DAO that governs.
well, that's the
our part
thing
of
is now with the
protocol.
Arbitrum Foundation, AIP1 creates the foundation. So Off-Chain Labs is Arbitrum LLC or whatever. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
the business. So hopefully we do see a separation now that they've done that. I mean, it's the same thing with Lido. Lido is trying to decentralize now. And it's going to be the same thing there, where they're going to fight a lot of FUD with people saying, oh, Lido can't decentralize. It's already too late. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's
We'll
gonna
see.
cause chaos for sure. It's not gonna. I don't think it can ever be just like a smooth transition.
I mean, that's always been the FUD on Polygon too, though. I mean,
Mhm.
all of these layer 2s and side chains are really just, multi-sigs on, you know what I mean? Like, none of them are decentralized yet.
Yeah.
Optimism. Even Coinbase is like, oh, Based is going to be decentralized. But, like, at first, they're running all of the validators.
It's easy. It's easy to claim, decentralization. I think Bitcoin's done it the best thus far, but
I think
maybe
Ethereum's doing all right. Yeah.
Ethereum's a close one as well. But like everyone else is piling behind them, saying we're decentralized. I don't think many of these are.
I saw somebody on Lens today. Like, somebody was saying something about Lens, and they responded, "We need to move to Solana quick." And somebody was just like, "Yeah, okay, buddy."
Oh man, he's like, "Quick, move to Solana." I don't think is Solana
You
even on
almost
right
got
now?
us. Oh, that was their response. They were like, yeah, I guess if we want to run on bankers hours.
I think Solana's closed right now, guys. They open on Monday.
Brutal.
Oh man. Yeah, no, this is there's definitely certain ways to do a DAO and certain ways not to do a DAO. That's becoming obvious, and it's showing us. I mean, I think Aavegotchi DAO, despite our shortcomings, we do a really good job of representing a proposal and actually honoring the proposal once it's passed. For the most part, this has happened.
Yeah.
You know,
I would say so.
But yeah, I'm gonna move on to a little bit of crypto social media here in our first 10 minutes, last 10 minutes of the first hour. I'm doing a little series here. I want to know what you think about it.
All right.
This is a series on Lens that I'm starting to do, and I'm trying to post it weekly. It's just a fun little thing I'm doing on the side with my girlfriend Natasha. She and I were got into gardening this last year. I had a little patio set up, trying to get like the most yield we could out of that space. And you know, we did pretty good. We got tomatoes, you know, lettuce, got a few potatoes, not many, but we got a decent haul on our patio last year. But this year we got like an actual backyard, so we went out and bought a bunch of planter boxes and got a bunch of dirt, and now have these things all set up to grow like a decent amount of food. I think in total, if you total up like all the growing space that we have, I'm pretty sure it's close to like 50 square feet of growing space. So
Nice.
like we'll have like a decent yield, I think, this year. But I wanted to kind of document this, since this is my first major like growing season, and so I'm starting a lens series called Gotchi Gardener, the Gotchi Gardener. And it's going to be a collectible weekly synopsis of my journey. And
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, just kind of following the journey of these plants and kind of where they start and what we end up with. So I'll be doing one of these posts every week. I haven't been selling them; they're actually free collects, but I might start gating, like maybe season 1 is going to be all free, I'm thinking, just to get them out there. But then season 2, and I haven't really got this out there yet. I'm still thinking about how I want to do this. But I think season 1's going to be all free lens collects to get as many out there as possible. And then season 2 is going to be token gated with the season 1 NFTs. And so everybody that got the season 1 will be able to collect season 2 of the Gotchi Gardener.
You're gonna use season 1 to grow your audience.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's the idea, rough idea there. But this one's available. This is the first post. I don't know if you can time gate them. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. So this one's evergreen.
You can do 24-hour collect.
Okay.
Where it's, I don't think they have longer time limits than that yet, but you can do it where it's only collectible for 24 hours.
Okay, I might start doing those 24-hour collects. So far, I got one collect, so shout out to that one person.
Yeah, you could do like unlimited number, but only 24 hours, and that way, as many fans as you have could get it, but only if they're quick.
So I know you do a little bit of gardening, and you believe in some food sovereignty and stuff. So want to get your take on, what are you doing? What do you do to grow your own food? Like, are you solely reliant on your food crops in the summer, or are you more of like, it's like supplement and you go to the grocery stores though?
Actually, what's funny is during the summer, we have such a good growing season. It depends how I'm eating, but like I am largely like pescatarian most of the time. So I have been eating a little bit of meat lately, but like for years I was just pescatarian and mostly vegetarian. So I didn't even eat like seafood or eggs very often. But so during the summer when I'm growing a lot, like especially like if my winter greens are still going strong, which they don't once it gets too hot. But I can like I'll have a lot of tomatoes and a lot of like peppers and stuff like that, so I can actually live off of my vegetables for a while, but I still need like other things to go with it. So I still end up buying a lot of dry beans and stuff like that, and whatever, spices, all that kind of stuff. So no, I'm not completely like self-sufficient. I also don't have like a big space. I have like 2 of these 3x3x3 pallet gardens that I built in my driveway. And then and then I have like a bunch of like smaller like Rubbermaid containers, like some of those big old containers that I turned into beds,
like 30-gallon containers.
Yeah, something like that, exactly. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I grow in really big containers, but it's still containers, so you got to water a lot, especially here. Like it's very hot here. So a lot of the time, like in the height of the summer, June and July, August, I'll water at like 6 a.m. and then I'll end up having to water again at like 12 or 1 just to make sure everybody's like doing all right.
Oh man, it got so hot here the other day and we left just a little bit early. I left my seedlings out in the sun. And I came back and they're all fried to a crisp. So it's just like that. Couple hours, man.
I do my seedlings under a little grow light, like on the porch where they get a lot of natural light early in the morning. But I have like an awning, so basically they don't get any light after maybe like 10 a.m. or they don't get any direct sunlight after 10 a.m. They just get the light over them, the fake light. It is a grow light though, but that way they're kind of hardened, but they get good light, but they don't dry out as much because they're not in that direct sunlight.
See, I'm gonna have to deal with some of the same problems as you because all my stuff is container above ground stuff as well, and so we have to deal with temperature changes here because the temperature can fluctuate quite a bit between the day and the night, and so being above ground, it's just hard for like temperature distribution. The temperatures don't even out as quickly. They kind of change quite fast. And so, things can heat up really quickly and cool down really quickly as well. So I know we're trying to plant hardy plants this year that are like temperature tolerant.
Yeah. The other thing is save your seeds, because anything that does well this season is made for that environment, will be hardened to it. So those seeds will do really well next season because they'll already be acclimated. They're home. Whereas wherever you purchased them from was home, like if you got them from Virginia and now they're in, BC or whatever.
Dude, they're like, what the heck is going on here? Yeah, no, that's true. So we're doing like broccoli, kale. We're doing some different types of lettuce, some tomatoes, squash. I've never done watermelon, but we're gonna try a little watermelon patch and see how that goes.
Watermelon's tough. I mean, you might. What's your growing zone?
I have no idea.
Like I'm in a 9, but it gets so hot here that.
Let's check it.
Yeah, that things like gourds don't do well because they just need so much water and it gets so hot, and it's also that I'm doing containers. Like if I had more soil, less competition, it would probably be all right. But
I'm in zone 10B.
10B. That doesn't seem right, but I guess that's right if you say so.
I guess it's a local map. So I guess there's a plant hardiness zones.
That's pretty good. So wait, how long is your grow season?
It's almost, you can almost grow things year round here because it doesn't really snow.
Yeah, I think I'm like see, this is in Celsius, so
our winters are just really wet.
Oh wait, this is interesting. All right. Yeah, I'm it looks like I'm a 9A.
So I'm in 10B, so I don't know what that means. I guess
That's actually not far. But
yeah.
no, that's pretty good though. So yeah, you probably just need to water the melons a lot. But that's the other thing. So like with tomatoes and melons, you have to water them a lot, but you can't overwater them. Yeah. So it sucks because it's almost like you have to water them more often because you don't want them to be underwatered, but if you overwater them, they'll split. So you have to actually like make sure that you're not overwatering them. So it's almost better to give them a little bit and see how they're checking. Like later in the day, if they're drooping, maybe you give them a little more water.
It's the benefits of working from home. You can watch your
Yeah.
watermelons.
Exactly. Being a degen with a garden. But yeah, like tomatoes and melons will split. And a lot of the times, if it's like, if you didn't overwater too much, they'll split and heal up, which is fine. Like I'll eat a split tomato, no big deal. But it just has a brown fault line on it where it heals, you know?
Yeah, I've seen
but
those
the problem
in the
is
stores
if it
before.
splits, it'll get like bugs and infections sometimes. So you don't, you know.
Yeah. Split Tomato. That could be the name of your next album. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're at our Fakegotchi section here, so we are the curators now. So I'm gonna take us to Fakegotchis. We're gonna go look at some of these Fakegotchis. And then we can spend a little time in the Aavegotchi arena. I want to see if I get my ass kicked or not. So, might happen, but we can try. We can try.
Are we going to the queue first?
Let's start in the queue. Yeah, let's start in the queue. I don't think so. What I've noticed lately is the queue hasn't been that busy, like at all. And so things have kind of slowed down a bit. So it's a good time, I think, to launch a Fakegotchi card if you're going to do one. This is the time. So let's check this one out first here. This was made by Thrax and FaZe. So we did look at this one last week, but let's see if I can get it to play. If I can get the audio to play clearly through my computer.
I love it. You're such a friendly ghost. I love it. You're such a friendly ghost. I love it. When the beats come in too low, I rug it. I just pulled up in a ghost. But where ghosts is in the budget, and my neck so goddamn froze. Check the diamond that's emerging. Oh my god, she's getting paid. Speed of card, you know I got it. And the floor price looking great. I like 15 up in my wallet. So much fire in the queue now. Yeah, that one's mine. Competition, get up it. Yeah, hammer time.
Nice. I love it. It's
now,
sick.
My question though is, do you think there's gonna be any copyright issues with this because they're using that song? You know, they're using a derivative of another song. Does that cause any sort of copyright issues?
It really just depends on the artist and how hard the artist would want to pursue it. Honestly, like if you put like Weird Al, for instance, he does a lot of parodies, but Weird Al also goes out of his way to buy everything anyway. I guess because also he like has enough money that he just like does it.
Yeah.
Just because you might as well. It's cheaper to be safe than not.
Yeah.
But
well, we're talking about Kanye West here.
So I mean, that's the other part too. Like, is Kanye broke enough to have to sue a Fakegotchi creator? Is he hurting like that?
Oh man, I mean, it would be a really incredible story. You know, FaZe is getting sued by Kanye West, and then we try to
maybe we settle by doing a Yay wearable set.
I was gonna say we make peace by doing Yeezys in the Gotchi verse, and having the whole Yeezy wearable set for your Gotchi.
It'll be great until everybody's like ready to cancel Aavegotchi for embracing Yeezy.
That's all it takes, man. All it takes is one. Oh man, this is good. Have you seen the Gotchi on My Mind by Awkward? He put another piece out there.
I want to say yes.
It's up now, but let's see if I can
It's
find
been
it.
minted. I want to say I've seen that, but
Gotchi on My Mind. That's this one right here.
oh, maybe not. It's a funky bass line.
Yeah.
When I roll into a borough, I was looking for a gate, whiskey going, bouncy, chippers, sauce, rival plate. We'll be loading up on sushi, yellows, yummy muscle rolls. Throw my love for alchemy, got me racing for the goals. Rolled up on the thermal, alpha flood, a little pecking. If I catch you at my house, I got you gonna get back. So the seas is a warning if you're living in these times. So you look at the closest I got you on my mind. Got you on my mind, baby, got you on my mind. Looking for the crystal data, time and copper diamond. If I find them, when I grind them, and I leave them on the floor. I don't mess inside the hinges, I just take it through the door. Got you on my mind, baby, got you on my mind. I hope you're my boss and it's the same to put in line. And if it changes you or reasons you might cause that you attack and put you back in the work and go and pick up an axe. Waves coming from the laughing peaks and the columns spilling to the magma springs. You can roll to arena just to kill a little time, but you know it's so hot when you got you on your mind. Got you on my mind, baby, got you on my mind. Looking for the crystal data, trying to cop a diamond. If I find them, when I grind them, and I leave them on the floor. I don't mess inside the ninjas, I just exit through the door. Got you on my mind, baby, got you on my mind. I hope that you're not lost in the sands of broken line. And if it seems that you are losing, she might cause you to attack and put you back in the work and go and pick up an axe. Got you on my mind, baby, got you on my mind. Collecting all of them that catches my eye. And when I find it in my pocket, I just head to your gate. Put the straw, put to my heart on the plate. Got you on my mind, baby, got you on my mind. If you're not about to rock it, you're just wasting my time. And if the crystal lake is swimming and it's hurting your eyes, then just bow down to the altar of alchemic gods.
What do you think about that?
That was intense. I'm wondering how they are able to fit these long songs in there. Like, maybe my files are just too high quality. Not talking about the art, just like the fidelity of the file, because like I have trouble getting into that 100 megabyte space with like pretty short repetitive animations with my music, and that was like
as soon as you add video, like the amount of data it consumes is crazy.
Well, yeah, but like if you do like a simple video like Lone Raffle and Sus, it's not that much because it's a lot of repeating frames, so it really compresses nicely. But with something like this where you have like so many frames, it's a big file, I would imagine.
It's interesting.
It did have a lot of like tracing and stuff, which looked good. Like it looked like it was part of the style. A lot of the like, so it could have been from over compressing it that it got that glitch style to it as well.
Yeah, a lot of like it was like an intended effect that maybe when this was going to be compressed, it would end up, having that effect.
Right, because it's already like low compression art anyway, and then you like add more JPEG. Turn up the JPEG knob.
More JPEG.
You add more JPEG by making this file smaller. The smaller you can make the file, the more JPEG ends up in there.
That's right. Oh man, that's cool. No, I like it. That's Gotchi on My Mind by Awkward. He's the same guy that made those really cool badges that we wore in
Hell
Denver.
yeah. I've got mine.
Yep. So let's see. Oh, okay. We got this new one, Mythical Hands Gemstone Ring by Music. Oh, this is by Music Parkour. So Music Parkour, what he does is he's a computer scientist, data analyst, very technically inclined individual, and he's the one who created this like beat smashing game called oh yeah, he's in the audience. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Oh, right on. Yeah, Cryptogotchi. Yeah, and so he's a big brain. This piece is from Cryptogotchi, and I was talking about the beat smashing game, Music Parkour. We saw like a little demo of it during what was it? I think the Guild Summit.
Right. I remember that.
And so he has the first version of that game out, and it's supposed to be like a VR experience with music where you're actually like smashing these blocks, and kind of like not quite like Guitar Hero, but similar in a sense. And we were talking about doing like a gotchi version of this. So I think it'd be really interesting to have like gotchi themed music parkour courses where you're like smashing through these beats and actually making your way through this thing. But this is from Music Parkour, which makes me wonder if this ring actually has some sort of, if it translates to that game in some way.
Dun dun dun.
A mythical ring inscribed with the Gotchi anthem, the secret melody chanted during channeling. It might be fake though.
Is this sheet music accurate? It does point out accurately that Elvish looks like music.
Oh, this is cool. Last soul for 10,000.
I like how it's like written on.
Yeah. I like how they actually designed the pixel art for the diamond itself.
Oh yeah.
Like how it kind of has that shimmer and that
the
depth.
ring looks really tight. Like it, yeah.
They did a good job with that. There's 50 editions of that. And these are the ones that have just passed the queue. So we've been looking at these ones for a while. These ones have passed. Mount Oomph, The Great Adventure by Kiwido. We have Spark of Hope by Alpha Rect. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like the artwork of that. We have these pieces have been up for a while. Titan of Regolith. There's 11 editions. Those have passed the queue. I'm not sure what Thrax is thinking about distribution for those, but it should be interesting. Right on.
Yep. Lev has just disappeared.
His Fikachi is still there. Hasn't been published. I hope he's okay. I haven't heard back from him, and curious to know if anybody else has. But
no, I've got a pending friend request since before East Denver.
Yeah, I mean, no word of the guy. I don't know what happened.
Oh boy.
Did he make it to Breckenridge?
I doubt it.
Was he just trying to avoid us the whole week?
I don't think so.
Yeah. How the auction's looking?
Dun dun.
Oh, we got a Zen Aavegotchi in the thing here. So this guy's up to 990 ghosts. Low key, I was thinking of bidding on this one just because I want that shaman hoodie. I want that in my life. I need that in my life.
$990 ghost. Goddamn.
There's some great deals over here.
Yeah. I mean, with those wearables, yeah.
Well, even the fake gotchis too. Like, I've actually had my eye on this. I might actually own this now. I think I want to bid on one a while back, but this one's by Kiwa. Really cool pixel art there. The raffles and everything.
Tight.
Have you bid on anything lately?
I have not actually been on here in a minute. I've been in the studio working on the album, honestly, but
Yeah, totally.
I do need to. I'm like looking and I'm like, there's a lot of gotchis up here. Like this is.
What's your gotchi collection looking like these days?
I only have 2, but I would definitely. I've been looking often. I've been on Fireball GG quite a lot, looking at gotchis. Not going to give any alpha on what I'm thinking.
Are you pretty thoughtful about purchasing your gotchis when you're looking?
Yes, I'm very thoughtful to the point that I usually end up going, I don't know.
I did that earlier today. There was a uni gotchi that was up for auction, and it was a really low BRS. It was a 338 BRS.
Uh-huh.
And I just couldn't bring myself to buy it, but it went for 310 ghost. But I wanted to buy it. I wanted to throw my bid down, but I'm like, well, if I bid 350 ghost for this, it's simply going to be for the fact that it's such a low brain commoner gotchi. Like, it's not going to be useful for anything. You can't take it to the arena. You can't really do anything with it. So, you know, I just let that one go, unfortunately.
Right.
I see Stellar Hobbs is a piece up here. Always odd or even.
I see that.
That one's at 42 ghost right now. I'm still really bullish on gotchis, fake gotchis. I'm bullish on glitter right now. Again, not investment advice, but these are the things I'm kind of bullish on right now. Definitely.
Oh yeah, I have a nice collection of fake gotchis, and I'd be willing to trade for some more because I do still have a lot of Lone Ruffle and Susses, and I do need to get the Aavegotchi Buffacorns out. I've been working on my list of people I need to send them to, and then I need to DM everybody and get addresses so that I can send them out. But I'll still have a surplus that I can trade for people that aren't gonna just get an airdropped one. Yeah, obviously, everybody at ETH Denver is getting one.
Yeah. I think I traded a fake Sam for a Lone Raffle and Sus.
Yes, we did.
Oh, so Stellar Hobbs has 2 1-of-1s that are also up for auction right now. And how are these auctions doing right now? So we have the Empyrean Cactus. That one is at 185 ghost. This one's really cool. And the Liquidator's Garden.
Very
Nice.
cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So these ones are going to end. When are these going to end? 2 days. Or no. 15 hours. These got 15 hours to go. And then that's it. I think they're going to keep going up. I have a good feeling about. They're 1-on-1s, so and Stellar Hobbs. You guys are familiar with his work, so check that out. I think what we should do now is, if you want to join me, or if any of your friends in the audience want to join me, I'm going to jump into the arena here with my tuned up gotchis. I got a couple that I kind of threw some wearables on, and we can talk about traits a little bit. And I actually went to the traits section of not the gotchi Bible, but the wiki. And I took all that information and I dumped it into this thing called Gamma. And it's an AI-enabled presentation maker. And I made this presentation in like 2 seconds.
Nice.
That's all I did. Yeah, all I did is I dumped the wiki section, I copy-pasted it into this, and I'm like, make me a presentation in dark theme, and then I made this.
In dark theme?
Yeah.
Gotta specify.
That's right.
Don't be trying to blind me, AI.
So
know your tricks.
That's right. That's right. So this just kind of explains some of these traits, right? I mean, we haven't really talked a whole lot about this, but HP capacity is a big deal in the arena. And how much HP you have and how quickly that HP regenerates is a big factor in how long you're actually going to survive, especially with so many gotchis running around. And so you want to make sure, if you're in this like multi-battle free-for-all environment, that your gotchi has a lot of HP, because that'll allow it to at least you can retain some health while you're trying to get wrecked by like 5 gotchis. So HP capacity is going to be basically any gotchi with high energy is going to have high HP. So look out for your high energy gotchis. That's kind of what you want in the arenas. The high HP is gonna go a long way. Your AP capacity is, if you have, I think, low energy is your AP capacity. So that's more of like your mana. So like your physical attacks, spells, all these things, they drain your AP. So having that is important, but it's not as important as having HP. If I was picking a gotchi for the arena, I would probably go with the higher energy Aavegotchi over a lower energy Aavegotchi. But that's just me.
See, what's interesting is, like I was saying, dressed for rarity farming. I have one that's more of a mid energy. It's a 58, but I have him dressed right now, and he's a 68. And I'm like, 68 is still pretty mid range. So it would almost probably be better to not have that high energy boost, because then I would have better AP.
Yeah, no, I screwed that up. So I threw it up on the screen here real quick. Low energy Aavegotchis are going to be the ones with high HP. So high energy Aavegotchis are going to have high AP.
Okay. My other gotchi, so on the other end of the spectrum with high energy. So he's like a 94 undressed. So I'm like, okay, that's my arena gotchi.
Yeah, totally. And then your defense power, that's like your aggression. So your aggression can be...
Well, this one's -3 aggression too, so he's got... I got a tank, and I got one that's like a bit more of a fighter.
Nice.
I got a ranged tank and a good fighter.
There's another factor here, ether reality. So ether reality is like how quickly you can get away from things and move through walls and stuff. I didn't think that was going to be that important, but actually ether reality has turned out to be really important. Like I was trying to fight Moon the other day, and like 5 gotchis were like hurling their attacks at him, and all of them were kind of just going over his head. So I'm pretty sure his gotchi is high ether reality, high spookiness on the spectrum. This is probably the most, or the second most important trait. The first most I was going to say is the energy, so high energy versus low, but the second is probably your melee and your range power. So if you have the low brain Aavegotchis, you're gonna have high melee power. So if you want like something that's really good with physical items and can actually beat things, you want a melee gachi. You want a low brain gachi. But if you want to be able to have high range attack and really use your longbow really well, you want to probably focus on a high brained Aavegotchi. So those are the two categories there in my mind. You have the rangers and you have the melee, and then you have your other traits to fine tune them in depending on your playstyle. So just kind of a first glance kind of look at this here. I'm just gonna just gotta get these gotchis off my lending into my hot wallet real quick here. And I'd say we jump into the arena here a little bit. You can join in if you want. I think it'd be good. Same with you. Anybody in the audience, if you want to jump into the arena with your gotchis, let's go hang out. Let's go try some of these traits out here and see if we can make these gotchis useful. Okay.
All right.
I just have to borrow gotchis from myself.
I just gotta finish bidding on things on that.
What are you bidding on?
I can't tell you.
Watch my shit start going off now. Be like, you're getting outbid.
On the stream telling everybody what I'm bidding on, that seems like not the play.
That's probably the worst thing to do, to be honest.
That's the worst thing about being a streamer is like, what, I'm going to tell you my strategy? Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, unless you want people to outbid you, like during the land parcel auction, I was telling people which parcels I was bidding on. That was in anticipation of getting outbid.
They're like, please take these away from me.
Just
I've
take
gone
them.
too far.
I don't want these.
Yep. I've done a little degen activity. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, we got two more here. We should make little like things to put up on screen with the specific stats of what each of these, like how the trait mappings actually work, because we can put them up during battle and like have a little thing that shows up on the side of the screen showing like how that gotchi is performing or whatever. Have little cards made.
All right, I'm in the arena.
Okay, I'm coming. I got my 4 gotchis. Actually, 5.
I suck at the arena, I should say, though. Like, I'm like absolutely terrible.
I'm not that great either, so that should be a good. And really, I just kind of want to know how these gotchis are gonna handle in the arena. That's what I kind of want to know here. There's 5 people online. That's promising.
Oh, I got murked.
So we'll start with this
I got
gotchi.
wrecked. I don't even know who killed me.
So we'll start with this gotchi. This is Linux. This is a chain link gotchi 522 BRS natural. And it's a 552 with all the wearables. And so has decently high energy, really high aggression. So that's that, I think, attack speed. And then you have spookiness, really high evasion there. Brain size is really low. And so this is going to be a really good melee gotchi. And so because it's a melee gotchi, I gave it a little hammer. Because I think that might actually do something. So let's go tenderize some gotchis. I haven't played physical very much. I've been playing a lot of range.
I just button mashed. No. And like somebody just came up to me with like no life and killed me.
What?
They had no life. I had full life. They killed me.
Oh,
And
now
now
it's
they're-
making me do proof of humanity.
They're clipping through walls.
What is this? Scan a QR code with your phone?
You're a bot. Oh, that sounds like a scam. Don't do it.
Yeah, no way.
Scan a QR code.
I ain't scanning any QR codes, bro.
Oh, I killed someone. I killed a sparkle pony.
Oh, cool.
Monty Python killed me. That must be hardcore.
Hardcore's always in the arena. That's for sure.
He's Monty Python, I promise you.
What is
You're
happening?
no fun anymore. You hear me, hardcore? Oh, you're no fun anymore.
What is going on? It thinks I'm a bot. Sir, I'm not a bot.
Oh, there he is.
Man, this sucks.
Oh,
It's not letting me
Putting
in.
myself on the fire.
I have to take a selfie of myself? No way I'm doing that, dude. You're
What
out of
the
your mind.
fuck?
You're out of your mind if you think I gotta do that.
Next, it's gonna be like, send your eggplant emoji. I don't
So
know
can
what
I
kind
go
of
on-
scam website you're on.
Can I go in with my own gotchi? I feel like I should be able to go in with my own gotchi.
India got me. I am terrible at this. I'm fast on Alchemical. Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna try restarting this here.
I have good Alchemica speed. Oh no, only on Keck. My alpha speed is terrible.
Oh, really? Is it down to specific alchemicas?
I guess so. Yeah, because my FUD speed is also terrible. I got wrecked. Sparkle Pony. They got revenge. Sparkle Pony!
Oh man.
Let me try this again. Oh no. Oh, maybe it's... Oh, I get it. That's not Keck. That little thing at the top is like a piece of road or whatever. It's a piece of fast.
It's your road speed.
Yeah. I thought
Your road
yeah.
speed's high.
Well, everybody's road speed is high. We all like go crashing around at high speeds
We need to make a gotchi race.
while high.
Oh, dude. This is terrible. No,
Well,
dude.
You shouldn't have been a bot.
I don't want to do that. Well, let's jump in with one of my other gotchis then. This thing doesn't want to cooperate. So.
Damn. I just got murked.
All my weak gotchis are in this wallet.
I mean, I was a one-hitter quitter. They fucking just took me out.
Well, let's try and team up here, maybe.
And they did it with like the killing blow, like some Highlander shit. They just went right through me. And I was like...
Okay, let's try with the GMI Frens. GMI Frens gotchi. This guy's already looks like he's had a rough time. But...
India. Murked. Yeah, that's why I'm like, don't like penalize people for losing, because that's all I do.
Can you spawn protolix?
I haven't tried. I mean, yeah, like I'm not even gonna be buying items because like I'll be dead before I done purchasing it. Like, there's no way I can buy items. I'm not able. I mean, this is kind of why I don't really play video games. I got like, there's some games I can play, and not many. Oh, look, maybe I'll win. Chasing you. Nope, I got killed while.
Oh, I
trying to
killed
kill-
ZombieTime.
There you go. I was chasing someone and you took me out.
Okay, so now we gotta team up because I feel like I'll get murked also. This Gotchi has crazy high AP. Over 3,000 AP. Or no, sorry, 392. It looks like 392 AP.
I have 325 AP. But only 1,000 hit points.
Dang. Edward Hammerhands.
India just went right through me again.
Let's gang up on Monty Python.
Oh shit. I want a spike. What's up? That's me.
Oh, I'm not gonna attack you.
Alright, let's find somebody. Let's go. Where are we going?
Let's go this way. I think I saw someone over here.
Oh, shit. I'm walking on spikes. This isn't gonna go well for us.
Where
I'm
are
already down.
you? We're looking for you.
They're just gonna come and do the charge move right through both of us, and we're just gonna die.
There's two noobs in the
Oh look, there's
verse.
a follow the breadcrumbs to your own death. That's what that was right there. Oh look, they're behind us. Ah!
Oh shit, dude!
Dead. India murked me.
He one-hitted me.
I
One-hitted.
told you, India's got that one-hitter quitter. Just Mike Tyson your ass.
Oh shoot! I wonder what he's even using. Okay.
Here we go. Let's do this. Get through the wall. Oh.
I like how he took out GMI first. Dang.
He like went through the wall to get you first. Because I was already on his side. And he's like, no, I'm going to get GMI.
That's me.
Oh.
He's coming.
Right
Oh,
through
I got
me.
him. No. Oh.
Oh, you killed me.
Ah, shit.
Friendly fire.
I thought I killed him, and then I looked beside me, and it was the other guy. I was like, "Fuck!" All right, we're going back in. The week.
India got me. Maybe I've got the wrong mouse for this too, but
Yeah, I mean, I
Can't
want to
blame
get a
the mouse, it was
controller
terrible.
because Nofuturistic was saying getting the controller makes a huge difference.
I mean, I guess it does as far as the 360 movement too. Well, they were saying with the mouse, I'm wondering if that's going to be better, like having the mouse control the Gotchi. Because I think that's maybe part of my confusion is having to walk and point to shoot.
Yeah.
Damn, murked. India is just like climbing the leaderboard on my ass.
Oh, I almost got India.
Oh wait, I just realized I'm not even sharing my screen.
Oh, India, you little motherfucker.
I'm probably dead because I'm not looking. Yep, that's dead.
Oh, India doesn't like me now.
You got one?
Oh, almost. He's hiding. He's hiding at the bottom. He's doing a sneaky little trick here.
Oh, I'm coming.
He's down here somewhere. There he is.
Got me.
Oh, dang, dude. I almost had him too there for a second. He ran away. So like this, I mean, this was not the. I wanted to show like my gotchis that I like specifically tailored for this battle tonight, but it thinks I'm a bot for some reason. So stuck with these gotchis here. We got GMI Frens.lens holding it down tonight, but not really. Oh,
Me and this gotchi, I can't see their name. Is that you? I don't.
no. GMI Frens.lens is the one in the camo.
These people I'm fighting here were actually kind of evenly matched, it seems.
Yeah.
They still won. Oh, well, India got me.
God damn it, India.
Is India Addison?
I don't know.
All right, let's do this. Oh my god, somebody's charging up hardcore. What is that charge? Oh, I guess that's just like leftover. Oh, come on. I actually won.
Oh, we killed India. India's gone.
For now. For like 2 seconds.
Pick up all the loot. Pick
All right,
up
now run.
the swag. Oh, shit. Get out of here. Oh, he's coming. He's coming.
I'm about to die too. Like
No, I'm running away, dude. I'm out of here.
I'm gone.
No way India's gonna get me.
This is like a horror movie now. I'm like, ah! Oh,
Get
that's
out
you.
of here. Recharge over here.
Dun, dun. Monty
Monty.
Python.
Money
Ah!
Oh shit! Get out of here. He's coming after you, it looks like.
Looks like it. Ah! I'm just running. Oh, wait. Not that it matters, but my life bar is full again. Managed to recharge.
Oh, I almost killed India again. Dude, I'm on a streak. Right, they go off to the side and they hide, so.
Monty Python. That's me.
Dang. Nacho Varga.
India got me.
Yeah, got me. Got me again.
I knew it was
We're
over.
coming
a matter
for
of
you.
time. Oh, behind you.
We're coming for you, India. I don't know who that is.
Like this big charge streak stuck on the screen. I don't know if you have that or if it's just for me.
No, I
but-
think that's you.
Oh man, they must have the high evasion on because
Yeah.
they are. Oh, I got a hit. Melee worked on them. Oh, but they're
Oh.
tougher than me. Oh, they're gonna get me. Oh,
Oh,
I dipped. Running away, coward like. All right, I'm
they're
coming
trying
back.
to do their attacks on me. It's not working.
Oh man, there's too many streaks on the board.
Letting
I
them
can't-
kill each other first.
Yeah, I have pretty fast HP recharge on this Gotchi. ZombieTime might be my better player, but although it has lower natural BRS, but it's definitely got higher energy. All right, I'm back. Oh man, literally just one hit. Nacho Varga got me. Like 2 hit. 1 hit took most of my life.
Oh shit. On the run.
Nacho Varga again. 2 hits.
Monty Python came out of the corner. Murked.
I might have to restart my screen because I got these permanently stuck
You got
streaks.
streaks everywhere.
Yeah.
How's your gameplay performance? Are you laggy? Are you like how are you doing there?
No. Play's fine.
Oh, there's too much going on here.
Yeah, I can't blame the game for me sucking. It's all me. I'm terrible.
It takes time, man. Like I spent probably about 15 hours in the arena total since it came out. So that's like a decent amount of time, but probably nowhere near what some of these other people are putting in.
Oh,
I find 5 is the optimal amount in the arena to have. Ooh, Nacho. Nacho's dead. I got Nacho.
Me and Nacho were fighting and you got us both.
Now India's out for blood. Ah!
India got me.
Run. This AP is insane though. The AP gain on this Gotchi, it charges up so fast. It's crazy. Like almost 400 AP on this Gotchi. It charges up super quick.
India!
Oh, India's back.
I was literally running and nailing India, like shot India like 10 times, and it was like a Terminator just coming
Like a bear.
It was just recharging, waiting to do that charge kill, and then boom, dead. Like a bear. It's like a Terminator bear. It's like cocaine bear.
Oh, have you seen that?
No, not yet.
I still gotta see that. Waiting on everyone else here.
I think that should be a GM with GMI. We should have a special GM with GMI where we just watch Cocaine Bear and for breakfast.
We could do a movie night. Or a movie, yeah, we could do a GM with GMI, watch Cocaine Bear.
Everybody bring your frosted mini wheats and your whatever, because we're watching Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear on the live stream. India.
Yes. I killed whoever this is, Nacho Varga.
Oh, that guy's hard to
and
kill.
then India got me.
Same with this other guy here. What's his name? DLT.
Basically, everybody who's not us is dangerous.
Yes. Basically.
We are what you would call exit liquidity.
Yes. Literally. Oh. Dang. Traits matter, man. Traits matter. So do wearables. Wearables really matter too. What you got in your Gotchi? Someone needs to make a really good game guide for wearables, in my opinion.
I switched gotchis. I'm on my tank gotchi now, and I'm not doing much better.
Oh, I got 2 people just stalking me here. You got your tank gotchi?
Yeah.
What does your tank gotchi go by?
Zombie Shepherd. Got Zombie and Zombie Shepherd, so I probably should rename some gotchis so I'm not such a target.
I know, my Aavegotchi always gets wrecked. Oh, I just got wrecked.
And all of my both of my gotchis are like middle of the road when it comes to spookiness, so I feel like that just like that's not good, right? I mean,
No.
I have no evasion basically.
Anything middle of the road is kind of like you lose on both.
Right.
It's like it's a yin and yang kind of effect. So if you're moving more towards
more extreme
high,
it is, yeah, the better.
Exactly. Extreme high and extreme low are really good. Anything in the middle is gonna just, the closer you are to the middle, the weaker your gotchi is for the both traits.
Boom.
Nice. No, I love that.
Arena mode.
That'd be cool if we have like multi-streams going. Tournaments. Where is everybody? There, that's you.
All right, that's me. Got about 8 minutes left.
Yeah. Come closer. Come hither.
This is India again.
Oh, I think you killed India too, though.
Oh, good.
I think you both died. Did they pick up all the safe candy? Got wrecked trying to pick up India's loot. Here we go, India. India's trying to pick up his own loot. I don't think I like that.
Oh, we killed each other again. Nice.
The ball of the loot.
Either I'm getting better or I'm just getting lucky. It's 2 times we will cook each other out instead of me just dying alone. Oh, there's the loot from both of us dying everywhere.
Yeah, pick up all the loot while I distract him. He doesn't like us picking up the loot.
Oh, here comes Monty Python to get some of that loot. Everybody fight over the loot. Nacho Varga. Oh, now there's a chemical stuck on the map. Oh, sorry. Might as well just finish taking you out.
Jeez.
It was a mercy killing at that point.
Well, I've done it. That friendly fire.
Nacho Varga is just slaying me. I tried to jump in the fire and it wouldn't let me die.
guy. Serious dude. We got 5 minutes left here. Do you have any announcements? We got Hangout tomorrow morning. Aside from that,
I mean, we got ZombieTime coming up. We do have CFI and Stellar Hobbs and I did put forth a DAO proposal, a marketing proposal. So it would be great if people could go read about that and maybe leave some comments in the forum.
just to be clear, it's discussion right now, right?
It is, yes. Currently in the discussion phase. So it's not a SIG prop or a core prop. It is just like we made a document with a clear plan and an open forum in the Aavegotchi DAO. So we'll be presenting at the DAO call Sunday.
Yes.
But so I won't give you too much information here because you can go read it and you know it's there, so you can go find out for yourself. And please leave some comments before Sunday because I have a feeling Sunday when people read it for the first time, they're going to be coming out with their pitchforks.
Yeah, no, read it now so it all, so you can absorb it and form a cohesive opinion instead of, just going off on a Sunday job.
Absolutely. I would appreciate that.
I always recommend that. Read the document. And, oh, dude, I was going to tell you guys, for Sunday, check out this tool that I was kind of touching on earlier, Gamma.app. You can...
See if we can do a... Yeah.
You can come up with a really nice deck for your presentation on Sunday. Just put the title in there. Actually, there's an easier way to do it. Just go View with AI, and then you get a design partner, and you're like, okay, I want to do a presentation, a document, or a web page. Put in presentation, and then you just put in all your content for your topic.
Does it accept like specific prompts as far as like time limit and stuff like that? Like to make like a 20-minute presentation?
I think you can do that. I think that should work.
Because I use a lot of limitations when I'm using GPT. That's one of those things that I'll be like, character count or like certain size. Yeah, like because sometimes it'll get really out of hand and sometimes it'll be like not enough. So I'll like really be good about giving this amount.
Yeah, setting those parameters for sure is important. But there's a couple, like I did the Gotchi versus Traits one. This is a T-Bird one that we did for the Ghost Ship proposal. So I literally took his proposal and I put it into this, and it turned it into this.
Very cool. So I'm excited about Ghost Ship too. I've seen a lot of discussion in that one.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while, man. Like that's been a year and a half running, for the Ghost Ship.
Oh yeah. So yeah, ZombieTime in a few minutes, 2 minutes, and then also ZombieTime on Monday. And also, obviously, I'll see you at the community call and the DAO call. I may not be at the GMI call because there's actually a concert that I'm going to tonight. I was actually going to go. It started like an hour ago, but there's opening bands and maybe they didn't even start yet. So the ZombieTime that's coming up is actually pre-recorded. I did it earlier today knowing that I wouldn't be around. But there is a live stream, so feel free to, I did put time into it. I did record it. I did talk to the camera. It's not fake.
Well, it's as if you were there in spirit.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I bought a bunch of music NFT today. So I bought like a couple on Sound.xyz. I bought a couple on Beats, and I put some of those in there, and then obviously some other. Yeah, everything in the stream is probably for sale.
Nice. Awesome.
Doing the Web3 music,
Any specific artists you want to shout out that you'll be playing tonight?
Yeah, Jade and Violet. I would go mint that. I think it might be a limited mint. It might be only 24 hours. Leo Pastel, that one also. That one might have already ended. I think it ended at 4 o'clock, but maybe go check that one out. If you go look at my Beats thing, you'll see the latest things I collected. Then last night I was at, was it last night? 2 nights ago I was hanging out with my friend Girl Crash. She's a cool 402 streamer. She's got some tight music. So, Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll check those out. And yeah, we'll be doing the GMI call after Zombie Time Music Hour. So in about 1 hour from now, we'll be doing the Syncopator for tonight. Don't have anything specific to cover tonight. Just, my upcoming Aavegotchi cards. I got two. One for District 420 special. One for just, I love Bitcoin. So I got a Bitcoin Aavegotchi as well. So
Oh yeah.
discuss those a little bit, and I don't think we have anything pressing, man. I think it's just we're coasting. We dispersed all the, I'm not going to take too long here, but we dispersed all the funding from Denver that we got, so y'all should have received that.
That was great.
So we're coasting here a little bit, taking a little breather, but we definitely got some more events on the horizon that we want to plan and shit. So,
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that.
absolutely, yeah. All right, I'm going to pass it off to you, Zombie Shepherd. Enjoy your concert. Everybody joined us here for BlockParty. Thank you tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. After tonight, we'll see you tomorrow at the Saturday.